Hey everyone. Today's topic, know your audience. What I mean here is know how authentic you can be based on who you're interacting with and the environments you're in, because we can't quite be 100% authentic all the time. Like many of us get that, right? Like there will be situations or certain people where you kind of have to tone yourself down, because if you were to be 100% authentic, it could backfire. It could lead to not so great situations. So this is a helpful life skill to develop, just knowing how to navigate those waves of nuance and how much of yourself you can present to certain people or within certain environments. A good example here is when you're at work. Obviously, you can't quite be 100% authentic at work unless your authentic self is incredibly professional, but I highly doubt that's going to be the case for many of us, because it's kind of against human nature. Like we're not meant to be super serious all the time like that. So yeah, I doubt very few people can be 100% themselves on the job. So we have to learn how much of ourselves we can show in those environments, because you can be authentic to quite a degree, but you can't, there's a line that you can't cross, and many people have to figure out what that line is and then not approach it. But you can usually present quite a lot of your authentic self on the job, depending on who your manager is and what your team is like. And I definitely recommend finding jobs that have more leeway for you to be authentic, because it will naturally increase your mental health and make you enjoy your job more overall. But there are certain industries or certain jobs where you can't quite do that because it's just more professional. For instance, even at my current job right now, there are quite a few members of my team who are very professional. And with that, I am not 100% authentic around them or even close to that, because I know it could probably backfire, because my 100% authentic self doesn't take many things seriously. I'm constantly joking around, even making dirty jokes, and there's no real reason to do that on the job. It probably wouldn't help me. I do make some jokes from time to time, but I make sure they're always in good taste and that sort of thing. But I do have one coworker who's actually really cool. She and I kind of understand each other pretty well, and we've developed good rapport because of it. So when she and I have our one-on-ones, we are pretty authentic with each other because there's no judgment from either of us, and we've basically created a space where we can be more authentic than we are around some of our other coworkers. And it's really cool. I enjoy interacting with her because of that. So you can find people like that at work, but for the most part, you probably won't be able to be close to your authentic self in that kind of environment. So it is helpful to learn how much of yourself you can show to different people and in that environment as well. And just to give you guys another example here about this, is the way I am personally is somewhat different from how I am in these videos, because the way that I am naturally doesn't really, there's no reason to present this side of me in the videos for the most part, because as I said before, I am actually not very serious most of the time. I mean, maybe that comes off in my videos, I don't know, but I do feel like most of the time when I'm talking to the camera, I get in this zone and, I'm not really cracking jokes all the time, especially not dirty jokes, because that is something I do rather often, but of course only with people I'm really comfortable around and who I know I can express that side of myself with. But my friends, they haven't really ever seen me angry, because that's not the kind of person I am. I'm almost always cracking jokes, having a good time, being very lighthearted and whatnot. But I can't quite be that way at work, because it's not professional, right? Like my coworkers probably wouldn't trust me to get anything done, because they'd be like, this guy doesn't take anything serious. Like, why would we give him an important job or something, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. And then also, going back to that dirty joke side, I actually really enjoy making dirty jokes with the right people, because it's incredibly fun. It's a good time. This is even something I do quite often on dates, because yeah, it's fun, and it's a way to show a woman that, hey, I'm not just here because, I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be more than that, and that conveys it pretty well. So that's another side of me that you guys will probably never see, because there's no reason for it in filming these videos, right? But when I'm with my really close friends, they get to see that side of me, and hopefully they enjoy it, because it's quite often pretty fun. And even one of my really close friends, I actually met her working at a cafe, and it was a minimum wage job, a service job back in the day, and she and I would make dirty jokes like our entire shift, and it was super fun. It made that otherwise really like high pressure environment, that it was a high stress job, it made it really fun. Like I looked forward to working with her because of that, because we would just be joking around the entire time, like sometimes saying really risque stuff, and we'd try to say it in such a way that like the clients couldn't hear us at all, so we'd be kind of like, it'd be like our own little secret, and it was really fun and enjoyable. But yeah, I obviously can't do that in professional jobs that I've worked ever since then, so it's unfortunate. But it's basically, you have to learn how much of yourself you can express to certain people or within certain environments. It is a very nuanced thing, and I can't ever give you like a blanket piece of advice regarding this, because it wouldn't hold up. It's nuanced. It depends on the people and the environment. So it's something you kind of just have to figure out for yourself and navigate the waters. But it's definitely a life skill worth learning. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!